This is a special edition of KTSM 9 News Small Town Spotlight.
KTSM 9 News at 6, live on location from Vinton, Texas, as we continue with our summer Small Town Spotlight series. We're actually coming to you today live from the West Valley Fire Department here in Vinton, Texas, and we're going to share all things Vinton and, of course, Westway with you tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Morgan.
And I'm Monica Cortez, and well, yeah, like you said, every Wednesday we highlight something very unique and beautiful of these small communities, and Vinton is no different. Yeah. I'm so excited.
And I feel like every stop along the way we've learned something different, whether that be a fun fact or something like that. Even a place to go. We've talked about having date nights and stuff like that, so that's been really cool to see all these new places.
Absolutely. And you know, speaking of just how unique this place is, I know that it's expanding. If you guys are driving through Vinton, a lot of you guys will notice there's a lot of construction. So. For
sure. And if you caught our 5 o'clock newscast, we talked a lot about the growth of Vinton, as we've seen as some of our other stops in our small town spotlight series. The growth in Vinton definitely happening here, whether it be new homes, the park that's coming up, and also infrastructure as well coming up here in Vinton.
Yeah, and speaking of that, our very own Tawny Davis is standing by. She is interviewing the mayor of Vinton. Her name is Rachel Quintana. Tawny, what can you tell us?
Hey guys, we are here with Miss Rachel Quintana, the mayor of Vinton. Now, ma'am, we were talking about the growth of Vinton, especially with Tropicana Homes coming into the area and bringing a lot of new areas to the city. And tell me, how exciting was that partnership for you all?
Well, we're growing really fast, and it's really exciting because we're going to have 48 duplexes on Hemley Road. We're also having a ribbon cutting for a brand new park, which is Abeja Park. We've got 38 homes being built right next to that apartment complex. And then down Kylie Road, we're going to have 250 homes being built. So it's going to be growth. It's going to be happening really fast. It's exciting. And I'm just waiting for everything to start taking place. We're finishing up the water project, and we're going to be starting the sewerage for all our families so we can close down all the cesspools, all the septic systems, so we don't contaminate our soil.
And talking about the water and sewage system, what is being built? Because before it would, the neighborhoods would have to go to great lengths in order to have clean water. So what's new with this infrastructure?
Well, we've got water that's ready to, they're hooking them up. I think they already pretty much finished hooking up everybody in the town. So they're just finishing up the last phase of it. So we've got running water. Everybody has running water, which is very important. And people had wells out here, and some of the wells weren't good. They were contaminated.
And we were talking about the parks earlier, and you're saying it was all for the kids. Tell me about the park and what's exciting about that.
Well, the park, it's one more park. We have Dr. Applegate Park. We have another park which is down on the other side of Vinton, which is the Mariposa Park. And then the brand new one, which is Abeja Park. And I hope to have a lot more parks. Our kids need to do and play and just enjoy themselves.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am. I hope we see a lot more of you in the near future, but for now I'm going to send it right back to you guys.
Thank you.
Tawny, thank you very much. And of course, our thanks to Mayor Quintana. A lot of fun things happening here in Vinton.
Yeah, but first, okay, Andy, get this. Breaking news.
Yeah.
We've reached 111 degrees, the hottest temperature El Paso has seen so far this year.
And of course, it comes on a Wednesday here on our Small Town Spotlight series, so we gotta apologize, I feel like, to Robert here.
I know, Robert, you've been so amazing out there.
Ha! 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 That's right, everybody. Bobby Bone here, ladies and gentlemen. We get to have unlimited use of the fire truck. Now, granted, this is not a Charlie Clark automotive vehicle, is it?
I mean, no.
You don't sell fire trucks?
No, sir.
Though the deals are hot.
There we go. There we go. And you can get to it with one of our vehicles in emergency.
Yeah, well, thank you. Okay, so let's talk about the excessive heat warning. Yeah, so we get another one tomorrow. with a high temperature of 109 degrees. Now, temperatures start to come down a little bit. We'll have a chance of showers this weekend. Could we possibly break our streak of triple-digit heat? I'm going to have your forecast coming up. How would you like a little contest to see how fast we can suit up in a fire emergency?
Oh, it's going to be hot.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
It's going to be hot.
Monica, Andy?
My money's on Bobby. What do you think?
I didn't even think about that in terms of just like all the gear that firefighters wear on a day like this. And we actually saw the fire truck out for an accident there on one of the off ramps. All the gear that they have to wear in 111 degrees.
That's dangerous. That's so dangerous. But I am so excited to see Robert and Bobby kind of, you know, battle it out there.
They have some great competition between them.
They have great chemistry. I love it. And you know what? Speaking of that, we're actually going to talk a little bit about heroes in this small town.
Yeah, heroes being firefighters. Of course, we are live here at the West Valley Fire Department. Of course, while everyone is running away from the flames, they're the brave ones, of course, going into the flames, towards the flames. And this fire department, like a lot of them here in the El Paso County area, 100% volunteer based, which I think is just so outstanding. Really, really interesting to see the inner workings of how this fire department runs. Take a look.
We are a all-volunteer department, approximately 41 members. The volunteer service comprises about 80% of the fire service in the country. Only about 20% of the fire departments in the country are career departments, paid departments. So we are staffed with a minimum crew, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So once you first get accepted into the program, you have to go through a 6-month candidacy, and during that time you have to do a lot of book work to have a basic understanding of the fire service, about the equipment that we use.
Get that cleaned up.
The West Valley Fire Department is a Texas Commission on Fire Protection State Fire Training Academy. So all the certifications, everything is provided from here. The ESD does a Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2 class that we run a couple of times per year.
When anyone has an emergency happen to them, first thought is let's call 911. No one really thinks about whether you're a volunteer, whether you're paid. They just need someone there to respond. And so I'm glad that we as West Valley can be there to respond to those emergencies.
The training is limitless. You know, the things that people call us for is limitless. I always tell our guys that the most important call you're ever going to make is the next one.
Even if there's not the ability to pay for full-time staff, you still are going to have those emergencies, so you still need to have people to be able to respond.
You have 6 months to decide if you really like it. In those 6 months, I would say give it your all. Spend overnights, go on calls, and you'll really see how much of an impact you make, just even as a volunteer.
Wow, that is incredible. And you know, we got a little bit of behind the scenes tour, and we learned that some of these volunteers are nurses, police officers. They're professionals in this community, but they donate their time and help out the fire department.
Yeah, just everyday community members that find it important, of course, to kind of give back in one way, shape, or form. Some, of course, then taking the next step and making it a career out of it, 100%. But the fact that it's all volunteer-based and everything that they do for the community, of course, from all of us here at KTSM, a big thank you to everything that all of service members, including the fire department here in Vinton, do for us.
Of course, so it is just astounding. But you know what, Andy, I do want to take a little break from this awesome place and kind of get our news for the day.
Carla Draxler is standing by in our studios in West El Paso with our top stories of the day. Hey there, Carla.
Hey there, Andy and Monica. We're gonna go straight to our news of the day. A man accused of stealing the Amistad bus with a passenger in it last Thursday is now behind bars. 37-year-old Danny Salas from Sunland Park, New Mexico, reportedly approached the bus driver of an Amistad bus waiting at the Sunland Park Mall bus stop. After the driver refused to give Salas a ride, he allegedly pushed the driver and took over the bus, driving away. A 76-year-old woman was also in the bus, and police stopped and arrested Salas a little later on Mesa and Bentwood after receiving calls about a bus driving on the wrong side of the road. The woman was unharmed. We're following the Ethics Review Commission meeting again to discuss whether District 3 City Representative Cassandra Hernandez violated the city's ethics code with her alleged misuse of city gas cards. As we previously reported, an internal audit revealed that Hernandez spent over $6,600 on gas in 2022, which makes about 35% of all fuel purchases between these city council members. The complaint also includes evidence of Hernandez's husband purchasing fuel. We will have our reporter Shelby Kapp following the story tonight at 6:30 and 10. The city of El Paso today confirming the community's first case of the West Nile virus disease. A man in his 50s contracted the disease and is currently recovering in the hospital. El Pasoans can help fight the bite and protect themselves and others from mosquitoes by using the 4 Ds you see there on your screen. Certain individuals, such as the elderly and those with medical conditions, are at higher risk of developing serious illness transmitted from mosquito bites. And that was a look at your top stories. Coming up, Robert has a look at your complete forecast, and then we have Colin Deaver in sports. This is KTSM 9 News Small Town Spotlight.
dates through July 27th. Gone fishing at Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
From the diaphragm. All right, we're at the West Valley Fire Department, and right next to me is the Firefighter of the Year, Vanya Reynoso. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Congratulations on being Firefighter of the Year. A lot of this force is volunteer. This is a candidate who wants to be a firefighter. Guerrero Garcia, good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to have the one and only Bobby Bone of the Charlie Clark Automotive Group. By the way, none of these small town spotlights would happen without them. So thank you, Bobby.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to suit up into this high hazard gear. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
Let's do that forecast. Unfortunately, we continue to grow this miserable record. 34 days of consecutive triple-digit days. The old record, 1994, with 23 straight days. Here are the high temperatures so far today. 111 for Juarez, 109 Las Cruces, 108 at the airport, 107 Deming, and 106 degrees for Alamogordo. Here comes your exclusive 9-hour forecast for Thursday. We will remain under that excessive heat warning with a high temperature tomorrow of 109 degrees and only a few clouds. Lucky Mountains of New Mexico, they have some scattered thunder showers, but down here in the lower elevations, nothing. Just a few clouds tonight, and again that excessive heat warning for Thursday. Your allergy forecast, 4.2 Thursday and 6.7 for Friday. Here are the high temperatures tomorrow. 105 Alamogordo, 107 Deming, 103 for Van Horn, 100 at the Pass. 74 low temperature for you, Las Cruces, tonight with a few clouds turning clear. 108 your high temperature tomorrow with that heat advisory in effect. 79 the low temperature at the International Airport tonight, turning clear. 109 our high for Thursday with the excessive heat warning in effect. Now only KTSM gives you 9 full days of weather. Slowly that ridge of high pressure will come down for the weekend. 106 with pinpoint showers on Friday. The best chance of thunder showers Saturday with a high temperature of 100. If there was ever a day we could break the streak, we need to watch Saturday. Sunday we start to heat up again. 102, 105 Monday, 106 Tuesday, 108 on Wednesday. Are we ready? And go! We got a head start because we already have our shoes off. Captain Munoz, okay, tell me what I do.
All right, put the hood on.
Put the hood on? Okay, right here? All right, I got the hood.
Right in, good.
Fantastic.
Backwards. Backwards.
Sideways?
Backwards.
Got it. Bobby's already, he's way ahead. Come on. Come on. What's she doing? What's she doing right there? Good thing she's on. Ah, my gosh, it's just, and you do this in a heated environment. I want you to think about firefighters for a second. I'm already melting, and I haven't
Segment sponsored by First Light Federal Credit Union, your better credit union. And now, KTSM 9 Sports with Colin Deaver. Sponsored by Glasheen Bias and Enderman Injury Lawyers.
Won't be much longer now. Next Thursday, UTEP will start fall camp ahead of the 2023 football season. On August 26th, the Miners will open the season on the road at Conference USA newcomer Jacksonville State. So, folks, it's pretty much go time. In honor of that, UTEP head coach Dana Dimmel and defensive end Praise Amehule were at the KTSM studios today to film their portion of our Ultimate Football Guide Borderland Football Preview, which will air August 19th at 6:30 p.m. only on KTSM. Coming off a disappointing 5-7 season last year, the Miners are flying a little bit more under the radar and hoping to prove the rest of the nation wrong.
Yeah, I feel like we feel comfortable, you know, as an underdog, but we feel like we got a really good team coming back, a really athletic team coming back, and we're looking forward to the season. And, you know, we got a tough schedule.
You know, you always love being an underdog. You know, growing up as a kid, I was seeing all those underdog movies and then just seeing them come out on top at the end. So it feels good to be just being doubted.
UTEP was actually picked by Phil Steele's college football to finish second in Conference USA. Time will tell about that. The Ultimate Football Guide Borderland Preview airs August 19th at 6:30 and features not only UTEP but New Mexico State, the local high schools, and the reveal of our Fine Nine football players in the region. Be on the lookout for the Ultimate Football Guide magazine in August as well. On the hardwood, some scheduling information for the UTEP and New Mexico State men as part of the brand new Conference USA WAC Challenge. UTEP will travel to play at Abilene Christian December 17th and then host Seattle University on December 30th. ACU is, of course, the school that the Miners coach Joe Golding left to come to UTEP. As for New Mexico State, the Aggies will play at old WAC rival Stephen F. Austin on December 20th, and then NMSU will host Cal Baptist on December 30th at the Pan American Center. A year after setting the new world record in the women's 100-meter hurdles, UTEP graduate Toby Amusan is in a little bit of trouble. Amusan said on her Instagram last night that she's been provisionally suspended after missing 3 drug tests in a 12-month span. Now, it's important to note a missed drug test does not mean a failed drug test. It just means she didn't show up. But Amusan said in her post on Instagram that she's a clean athlete and has never failed a drug test. She says she even passed a drug test that took place 3 days after her alleged 3rd missed test. Now, Amusan says she will fight that provisional suspension and hopes to have the matter resolved before the World Championships begin August 19th in Hungary. But if the arbitrators don't rule in her favor, she could face up to a 2-year suspension, which would keep her out of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Earlier this month, some of the best flag football players in the world gathered in Charlotte, North Carolina for the IFAF America's Continental Championships. One El Pasoan represented the United States and played a key role in the women's team winning a gold medal. Linnea Bryan was one of 12 players on the U.S. women's flag national team that competed in Charlotte. Bryan was a defensive back on the squad and dominated the tournament with 7 interceptions, including 1 versus Mexico in the gold medal match, winning a gold medal and representing the U.S. in flag football. It was not something the former Franklin High and University of New Mexico basketball standouts ever expected to do.
That was the most fun game I've ever played in. I played college basketball, which was an amazing opportunity, but playing against Mexico in that championship game, the atmosphere was insane. It's a huge sport now and it's growing every day. I never would have dreamed this or imagined it, but I know that younger me is very happy now.
This is a part of KTSM 9 sports reporter Sam Guzman's conversation with Bryan. He will have the full story coming up soon. On the diamond, former New Mexico State baseball star Nick Gonzalez with another solid outing today for the Pittsburgh Pirates in a 7-5 win over the Cleveland Guardians. Gonzalez with that sweet dive and stop there in the first inning, and then in the 5th, he'll single home the Pirates' first run that started the rally. Gonzalez 2 for 3 on the day with that RBI. He's hitting .253 for the season. And around baseball tonight, we're monitoring a few things. Of course, the El Paso Chihuahuas, who are playing as we speak in Oklahoma City, but also a pair of El Paso natives tearing it up. In AA Coronado graduate Ivan Melendez has 4 home runs in his first 3 games for the AA Amarillo Sod Poodles. And in AAA, America's graduate Daryl Ernais has a 4-game hitting streak since getting called up. We will check in with them as well as the El Paso Chihuahuas tonight at 10. Andy and Monica, you guys are out in Vinton, and I present to you the first place trophy from the 2019 Keep Vinton Beautiful 3-on-3 basketball tournament. I was on the winning team. This is as good as an Emmy for me, guys.
Wow.
Wow, of course you were.
Yeah. That is
Success.
awesome.
Success.
That is incredible. Well, I can't wait to see the trophy.
Colin is very much on me when we play basketball about playing defense. He's big on I need to play better defense. So I've been working on that.
That is incredible. And you know what? Real quickly, we just want to give a big shout out to
we got some burritos
Alice, the burrito lady, for giving us some burritos here. So big shout out. And Robert, I love the fact that you.
Poor Robert.
I'm out there protecting the public and fighting the fires.
Give us how hot was it?
Yeah.
Today?
In that.
Oh gosh, like 150 degrees in there.
Man.
Miserable. And those people do it every day.
Every day. So big thank you to our
and
firefighters.
You see it posted all around. Stay hydrated. It's all over the whiteboards here. So that's going to do it for us here in this another edition of the Small Town Spotlight Series live from Vinton. Make sure you stay tuned for KTSM 9 News Now. That's coming up next.
Bye.
Hair, makeup, and men's grooming sponsored by